We're going to have a go at drawing straight lines on coordinate grids. If we know the equation of the line, so y equals 5x is a straight line, if that's all we know, we can use that to draw and plot the line on a coordinate grid. So in order to do that, we are going to use 4 steps. So the first step is we're going to draw the table of points. So the table of points looks like this. In this part of the table, we're just going to put the letter X. And we do this every time for every question. And in here are going to be the X values, or the X parts of the coordinates. Underneath the X, so in this part, we're going to write whatever the equation was. So the equation in this question is y equals 5x. So I'm going to put y equals 5x in that part. If your equation was different, you would put whatever your equation was in here. Now we're going to do step 2. So step 2 is choose x values. What this means is we're going to choose numbers to put in here. So the numbers can be anything you want, although it's usually easiest to just go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 along the top of my table. It makes the graph, when you're drawing your straight line, it makes it easier to draw your straight line. If you have different numbers, you'll still get a straight line. It just might mean your coordinate grid will be bigger or a bit more awkward to draw. So that was step 2. Step 3 is calculate the y values. So that means we're going to fill in these numbers along the bottom, because the bottom of the table gives you your y part of the coordinate. Now, because our equation is y equals 5x, 5x just means 5 times x. So that means we're going to multiply each of these numbers by 5 to get the answer. So for the first one, we're going to do 0 times 5, which is just 0. For the next one, we're going to do 1 times 5, which is just 5. The next one, 2 times 5, then 3 times 5, then 4 times 5. And that's step 3 done. Now the last step is we're going to write down our coordinates and we're going to draw the straight line. So to get your coordinates, you read them off vertically off of your completed table. So the first coordinate is 0, 0. So top one and then the bottom one. 0, 0. Your next coordinate is 1, 5. 1, 5. Then 2, 10. Then 3, 15. And then 4, 20. And that is because these are the x parts and these are the y parts, and we know that coordinates have an x value and a y value. Now once you've got your coordinates, the only thing left to do is plot them on a coordinate grid. So our first coordinate is 0, 0. Now remember, when you're plotting coordinates, you're going along the corridors and then up the stairs. So we're going along to 0, so we're staying here, and we're also going up to 0, so that means our first point is right in the corner of our coordinate grid, 0, 0. Our next point is 1, 5, so along to 1 and up to 5, and put a little cross. Next one is 2, 10, so along to 2 and up to 10. Then 3, 15. So along to 3 and up to 15. And last one, 4, 20. So along to 4 and up to 20. And if you've done it correctly, they should form a straight line, and you should be able to, using a ruler, draw straight through all of your points to make a straight line. When you are doing your coordinate grid, it's up to you what you want your scale to go in, as long as 0 is in the corner and they're spaced evenly. So along the bottom I just went up in 1s on each line. Up the side I have gone up in 5s. So as long as they're going up evenly, it's up to you if you want to go up in 1s, 2s, 5s, etc. So that is how we use our 4 steps to draw a straight line. We're going to quickly do a second example. So this time our equation is y equals 3x. So that's all we've been given in the question, and we're going to use the 4 steps to be able to draw this on a grid. So step number 1 is draw the table, and x always goes here. Then your equation of your line goes underneath. So y equals 3x this time. Step number 2 is choose your x values. So these are the numbers that are going to go in the top line. And remember I said it's up to you what you put in, but it's probably easiest to do 0 to 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Step number 3 is calculate the y values. Now, because our equation is 3x, that means 3 times x. So we're going to multiply each of the numbers by 3. So 0 times 3, 0, 1 times 3, 3, 2 times 3, 6, 3 times 3, 9, 4 times 3, 12. Step number 4, write down the coordinates and draw the line. So remember, for reading off your coordinates, you're reading vertically. So the first one is 0, 0, then 1, 3, then 2, 6, then 3, 9, and last one is 4, 12. And once you've written them down, you can then draw them on a grid. Now remember I said it's up to you what scale you want to use. I'm going up in 1s along the bottom and I'm going up in 2s along the side. As long as you're going up evenly and you're starting with 0 both times. So our first coordinate is 0, 0. So I'm going to put a little cross at 0, 0. Then 1, 3, so along the way first, then up. So along to 1 and up to 3, which is in between 2 and 4. Then next one, 2, 6, so along to 2 and up to 6. Next one, 3, 9, so along to 3 and up to 9. And last one, 4, 12, so along to 4 and up to 12. And you should be able to put a ruler straight through all of these points to make it into a straight line.